Many thanks for joining us at this time. Now, details of the news. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja has recused herself from the trial of self-acclaimed leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Kanu in the terrorism charges brought against him by the federal government. The judge on Tuesday opted out of the trial following the outburst of Kanu that he had no confidence and trust in the judge for justice. Correspondent Kanu reports that in the middle of Tuesday's proceedings, Kanu jumped up from the dock, shouted his lawyer Ali Jumako down and took over addressing the court. In the uproar that ensued, Kanu, after taking over the proceedings, announced that he no longer have confidence in Justice Binta Nyako and demanded that she recuse herself immediately. While Jumako was reluctant to sit down, Kanu repeatedly shouted on him to sit down, claiming it is an order. At this juncture, the thoroughly embarrassed Jumako took his seat in obedience to his client's order. Kanu, shouting on top of his voice, turned to the judge and informed her that he has no confidence of getting justice in the treasonable charges she is handling. The Biafra Nation agitator also turned to the federal government's lawyer, Chief Adegboyega Wulumosan, accusing him of doing the federal government's bidding against the law. Awumolo argued that Kanu's outburst in the open court was just an observation in the face of the Supreme Court order that he should be prosecuted in the remaining 7-count charges against him. In a brief remark, Justice Binta Nyako said she would prefer another judge to handle the trial. The Supreme Court order, notwithstanding Kanu and its counsel, Ali Jumako spoke on the proceedings.
Common denominator in all of this is for our client to get fair hearing. And if this fair hearing cannot be guaranteed in this court, then we need to try another court. The Constitution is very clear on this. Section 36 made it very clear that he deserves, as of right, the adequate facility to prepare for his defense. And who prepares him for his defense? His defense counsel. But we're not being given the opportunity. The court did make some order, and the consequences of that order would have resulted in getting him adequately prepared.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London, United Kingdom. Yes. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Before Kanu shuttled the trial, the federal government has announced that it was ready to open its case against the defendant and that the required witnesses were in court. Awumolo San asked the court to permit him to call as first witness and that the witness be shielded from public for security reasons.